Hello, knowledge seekers. In this episode of 20-Minute Books, we are delving into Smart Calling by Art Sobczak. This insightful book, published in 2010 and a bestseller, transforms the daunting task of cold calling into an effective and enjoyable strategy for sales success. Sobczak, a seasoned expert with over 3 decades in the sales industry, offers a refreshed perspective on cold calling, steering away from traditional views of it as a dull or manipulative chore. Instead, he introduces techniques that enhance both the caller's and the recipient's experience, opening up a world of opportunities in sales, fundraising, and beyond. Smart calling is ideal for sales representatives and individuals involved in fundraising who are looking to refine their calling techniques and boost their success rates. Sobczak's professional background as a business-to-business cold calling trainer at his company, Business by Phone Inc., ensures that the strategies he discusses are both practical and proven. Tune into this episode to learn how to make cold calling a powerful tool in your professional arsenal. Smart calling. Eliminate the fear, failure, and rejection from cold calling. Introduction. Transform cold calls into smart calls with effective strategies. Cold calling often sparks an image of uncomfortable phone calls, full of awkward pauses and abrupt rejections. It's a scenario many try to avoid. Yet imagine if you could transform these dreaded cold calls into something much more efficient and engaging, into smart calls. This striking transformation is not only possible, it's within your reach through the application of innovative and insightful strategies that warm up your prospects before you even pick up the phone. This guide illuminates a pathway to revolutionize your approach to cold calls. By adopting a thoughtful strategy, you'll learn how to make each call count without wasting precious energy on fruitless encounters. Let's delve into the art of turning cold calls into smart calls by enhancing your preparation and understanding the importance of connecting effectively. Firstly, it's crucial to catch the attention of your prospects in ways that resonate with them personally. Instead of a scripted opener, imagine engaging with a potential client by referencing a recent company milestone they celebrated or a new project they might be launching. This personal touch not only piques interest, but also shows that you're informed and attentive. Next, forget the old belief that you always need to aim for the top by calling the CEO. Working your way through the appropriate channels can often yield better insights and pave the path for a more meaningful connection when you do finally talk to the decision makers. Moreover, embracing the digital age means utilizing the best tools available for research. Before making a call, spend some time on platforms where you can gather key information about the company and the person you intend to call. Tools like LinkedIn, industry blogs, and even the company's own website are treasure troves of useful data. By transforming your approach from cold to smart calling, every dial you make is a step closer to a successful connection, turning what was once a daunting task into a well-informed, strategic conversation that can lead to promising opportunities. Part 1. Enhance your cold calling technique by dodging these common pitfalls. Cold calling elicits images of unsolicited pitches and one-sided conversations, but it doesn't have to be a feared endeavor. With the right tactics, what many see as a daunting task can become a smooth and constructive interaction. However, more often than not, individuals fall into avoidable traps that tarnish the experience. Let's explore some typical mistakes to steer clear of so you can elevate your cold calling game. One critical aspect is to always use the correct names of the people you're calling and resist the temptation to shorten or assume nicknames. This small detail can set the tone of respect and professionalism from the very first second of the call. Additionally, resist the urge to dive immediately into what you want from them. Instead, kindle their curiosity with an intriguing proposal or fact that relates directly to their needs or industry. This approach shifts the focus from a mere transaction to a potential valuable exchange. It's also pivotal to emphasize early on how your call could be of benefit to them, not just an overview of what you offer. Specificity is your ally here. Vague statements are more likely to lose your listener's interest than pique it. For instance, rather than opening with a bland introduction like, "Hello, Sander, this is George Barkley with Gold Insurance, a provider of health insurance products. I'd like to take 20 minutes to offer you a deal." Consider something more engaging and focused on the client's potential gains from the conversation. Avoid cliches such as, "I'd like to introduce myself and my company," which can make your call sound rehearsed and impersonal. Replace these with direct, concise statements that demonstrate clear value and relevance to the listener. Moreover, be cautious with diminishing words like just. These can inadvertently undermine your confidence and the strength of your proposal. It's also wise to stay clear of pointing out difficulties in reaching them, such as saying, "You sure were hard to reach." Not only is it unnecessary, but it also doesn't contribute any value to your conversation, shifting the focus away from the potential benefits of your call. By steering clear of these common blunders, you position yourself to conduct cold calls that are not only smarter and more productive, but also more likely to yield positive results. Keep these tips in mind and watch your cold calling technique shift from dreaded to mastered. Part 2. Effective cold calling. Plan ahead and tune into your prospect's needs. Think cold calling is just picking up the phone and talking? Think again. This crucial touchpoint is an invaluable opportunity to advance your goals, making planning an essential step. This isn't merely about what you want to say, but about forging a connection that both parties find beneficial. To truly make your calls count, it's imperative to adopt an empathetic mindset. Understanding and relating to the world from your prospect's viewpoint can dramatically shift the dynamic of your call. Consider their daily challenges, needs, and how your offer could potentially simplify their life or enhance their business. Asking pointed questions about your prospect's needs shifts your approach from selling to assisting. Suppose your contact is bogged down with inefficiencies in their process. Your proposal should directly address how it can alleviate this specific pain point, possibly by offering a solution that can streamline operations, thus saving time and resources. Your sensitivity to the prospect's experiences and requirements should inform every aspect of your conversation. Keep your discourse focused and relevant to maintain their interest. For instance, when introducing a product, avoid overwhelming them with every feature. Highlight the aspects that resonate most with their needs. If you're selling a vacuum, don't just list features. Demonstrate how easy it is to assemble and use, thereby saving them time and hassle right from the start. However, the approach should differ when dealing with high-level executives who are often more interested in the broader implications of a purchase. They are likely to prioritize discussions about long-term benefits, reliability, pricing strategies, and contingency plans rather than granular details. By planning your calls with these considerations in mind, empathizing with the prospect's perspective, and focusing on how your offer can fulfill their unique needs, you elevate your cold calls into strategic discussions that can lead to successful outcomes. Part 3. Prepare for each cold call by researching and understanding the background of your contact. Cold calling often gets a bad rap as a monotonous and impersonal task. However, by looking beyond the surface and considering the person at the other end of the line as someone with unique challenges and influences, you can transform the experience. Begin each call not just with a script, but with a mindset attuned to the individual circumstances of your contact. Before you even dial the number, delve into the socio-cultural and economic context that surrounds your prospect. Factors like economic downturns, substantial political shifts, and new technological advancements can deeply affect the mood and decisions of the person you are about to call. For instance, if recent news has cast a negative light on vegan foods and you're calling a vegan food reseller, this might taint their receptiveness to new business propositions. Such a scenario calls for sensitivity. Perhaps, rather than pushing for increased distribution, it would be better to offer support in crisis management. To be well prepared, make the company's website your first point of study. Most corporate websites provide a wealth of information about their mission, values, and the team. These insights can help you tailor your message to resonate more deeply with your contact's goals and values. If the information on the website is not sufficient, expand your research. Use specific search techniques like entering your query in quotes followed by sitecompany.com to find targeted information from within the company's own site. This method can unearth valuable details that might inform the direction of your call. Utilizing tools like Google Street View to understand the physical setting of your contact's office can also provide clues on how to approach the conversation. The ambiance of a high-rise in a bustling financial district might necessitate a very professional tone, whereas a more casual office might welcome a relaxed and friendly approach. By equipping yourself with thorough background knowledge of your contact's environment and current challenges, you set the stage not just for a call, but for a meaningful conversation that addresses their specific needs and situation. This thoughtful preparation can significantly enhance the effectiveness of your cold calling efforts. Part 4. Leverage digital tools and social media for informed prospect research. Understanding the full spectrum of your prospect's background isn't just helpful, it's crucial. In the age of information overload, how can you sift through the noise to gather meaningful insights without drowning in data? The answer lies in utilizing the power of digital research tools and social media. When preparing for a call, efficient and targeted research can be your best ally. Tools like Inside View streamline this process by consolidating crucial information onto a single platform. This tool not only provides essential contact details, such as email addresses and phone numbers, but it also integrates social media insights, showing connections and recent updates that could be relevant to your conversation. Imagine discovering you share a mutual connection with a prospect or learning about a recent achievement they tweeted about. These snippets of information can pave the way for a more personalized and engaging interaction. Social networks like Facebook and Twitter offer a less formal glimpse into the personalities and preferences of potential clients or their businesses. These platforms can reveal interests, activities, and opinions that might not be evident from a corporate website. Engaging with these insights allows you to tailor your approach in a way that resonates personally with your prospect. Furthermore, diving into forums and blogs can uncover less conventional but extremely valuable information. Often, these sources provide candid insights into industry happenings or personal anecdotes that aren't covered in mainstream media. For instance, a detailed blog post might provide an in-depth perspective on a CEO's business philosophy or recent company initiatives, offering you angles and ideas for your conversation. YouTube is another powerful resource often overlooked. Searching for your prospect or their company might lead you to interviews, presentations, or even casual discussions that are not available through traditional media. These videos can provide a richer understanding of the person's demeanor, priorities, and communication style. In today's digital landscape, failing to utilize these tools can mean missing out on crucial opportunities to connect effectively. While it might incur some cost, investing in quality digital research tools often pays dividends in making your cold calls not just smarter, but substantially more impactful. Part 5. Set clear goals for smart calling and always have a contingency plan. Engaging in a smart calling strategy starts with asking yourself a simple, yet often overlooked question. Why am I calling this prospect? While the inquiry seems basic, surprisingly many jump into calls without a defined purpose, leading to inefficient and unfruitful conversations. Goals aren't just important, they're essential for driving any successful outcome, especially in the challenging world of cold calling where rejection is commonplace. A vague intention like getting the word out is not enough and often results in aimless chatter that leaves both parties disinterested. Before you approach your next call, take a moment to clearly define your objectives. Write them down. These goals should be ambitious yet attainable, providing you with a clear direction and a measurable outcome. For instance, Your goal might be as forward-looking as wanting to lay the groundwork for a future partnership with a major firm like Mercedes-Benz. Even if the current call doesn't secure an immediate agreement, it's also crucial to be direct in your communications. Ask specific questions. Holding back may not only waste an opportunity, but also cement any self-imposed limits that could hinder your success. Remember, the more precise you are with your inquiries, the more likely you are to gather useful responses. However, no matter how well you plan, unexpected complications can arise. This reality necessitates having a backup plan. Should your primary objective prove unreachable during the call, pivot to a secondary goal. Maybe that's as simple as making a positive impression or securing permission for a follow-up conversation. Achieving even this smaller victory can pave the way for future opportunities, turning an otherwise stalled communication into a stepping stone for later success. Thus, in every smart call endeavor, think strategically about your primary and contingency aims. This dual focus approach ensures that every call you make is productive, regardless of the immediate outcome. Part 6. Capture your prospect's attention with inventive and unexpected calling tactics. In the world of smart calling, the element of surprise can be an incredibly effective tool. Imagine transforming a routine call into an engaging and memorable conversation simply by adding an unexpected twist. Surprising your prospects not just entertains them, but also differentiates you from the crowd, making your call a standout moment in their day. Consider the timing of your calls. Traditional wisdom might advise against calling during holidays or long weekends, yet these are exactly the occasions when taking a bold step can work in your favor. When others hold back, your call can shine as a gesture of dedication and stand out amidst the silence of the off-peak times. For instance, making calls between Christmas and New Year's can be surprisingly effective. Many people are in a festive and generous mood, potentially more open to new ideas or spending budget surplus on innovative products or services. Moreover, even bad weather can provide a unique opportunity for smart calling. Take inspiration from a Xerox sales rep who broke sales records during a snowstorm. With many gatekeeping staff away from their desks, he could reach decision makers directly, a feat that was more challenging under normal circumstances. This story not only highlights the importance of seizing unusual opportunities, but also the necessity of persistence regardless of external conditions. Sending creatively themed gifts can also make your call memorable. For example, a fun and unusual token like a pair of shoes with a note saying, "Just trying to get my foot in the door," injects humor and personality into your outreach efforts, making you more likable and hard to forget. Implementing these unconventional tactics will not only refresh your approach, but also increase the chances of capturing and maintaining your prospects' attention. By daring to be different, you open up new avenues for connection and conversation that traditional methods might miss. Part 7. Value and respect assistants as key influencers in the business process. Every seasoned salesperson has encountered this scenario. After perfecting your pitch, researching your prospect, and meticulously planning your call, you're greeted not by the decision maker, but by their assistant. While it's easy to view these gatekeepers as hurdles to your goal, this perspective overlooks a crucial point. Assistants are pivotal players within their organizations. Consider the situation from the assistant's point of view. They are professionals committed to managing their responsibilities effectively, and a sales call is an interruption in their busy schedule. If approached with impatience or disrespect, why would they want to assist you? A negative interaction could not only close the door on your current call, but potentially on future opportunities as well. Instead of viewing assistants as barriers, treat them as valuable allies. Establishing a rapport with them can provide you with insights and access that would otherwise be unavailable. Begin by introducing yourself politely, listen attentively, and respond thoughtfully to their inquiries. Recognize their role within the company and respect it. It's a misconception to assume that gatekeepers hold little sway within their organizations. On the contrary, they often wield significant influence and can be crucial allies. For instance, consider a sales rep who discovered that his most effective gatekeeper was actually the CEO's wife. Despite not holding a traditional executive title, she managed 90% of the office's purchasing decisions, a fact overlooked by many simply because of her title. This example underscores the importance of treating every professional contact as a potential key influencer. By extending respect and taking time to build genuine connections with gatekeepers, you not only enhance your immediate chances of success, but also lay the groundwork for long-term business relationships. Always remember, assistance today can turn into influence tomorrow. Final summary. Cold calling, often dreaded by many, can actually transform into a productive and even enjoyable activity when approached with the right strategies. The essence of smart calling lies in preparation and perspective. Begin by thoroughly researching your prospect using digital tools to understand their needs, interests, and business context. This groundwork not only prepares you for a more meaningful conversation, but also helps in personalizing your approach. It's equally important to plan for various outcomes. Having a backup plan ensures that you remain adaptive during your call, capable of shifting strategies as needed without losing momentum. To differentiate yourself in a sea of competitors, employ unique tactics that capture attention in memorable ways, whether it's through timing, creativity, or personalization. Moreover, treating gatekeepers with respect is crucial. These individuals hold significant influence and can become valuable allies in navigating corporate structures. By respecting their role and building a rapport, you open more doors than you might expect. In sum, turning cold calling into smart calling means transforming this traditional sales tactic from a dreaded chore into an opportunity for connection, insight, and business growth. It's not just about making the call, it's about making the call count. Thank you for joining me today on this journey of learning and discovery as we explored the insights of another thought-provoking book in our growing library of knowledge. If you've enjoyed our time together, please take a moment to follow our podcast, give us a 5-star rating, and share 20-minute books with other knowledge seekers. Your support truly means a lot. Don't forget to join me again in the next episode, where we will delve into another enriching book. Until then, happy reading and happy listening.